Hey there YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to go back to the Logitech G602 mouse. Now I already did a review on this mouse, sort of an unboxing and an overview, but I've used this mouse for a little over a year and a half, ever since it came out really. Might not have been that long. I'd say a year and a half at the max. But anyway, I want to go back, revisit this mouse, talk to you how great this mouse has been for me for the past year that I've been using it, and see if I can convince you to really buy one of these, because in my opinion this still is the greatest gaming mouse that has ever been conceived. Wired mice exist. This is just a SteelSeries Sensei, but I hate wired mice. I hate it. I'm actually looking to replace this. There's so much great technology out there nowadays that there is just no excuse. A gaming mouse does not have to be wired. It doesn't. Now, there's a whole conversation of input lag, but if you're really that concerned about the, very small fractions of seconds that this wireless versus wired technology has, leave a comment in the section below. But I think with today's technology, unless you are a pro-level gamer and you game for a living, there's really no excuse not to have a wireless mouse. The only reason why I have a wired keyboard is because the classic keyboard that I use over here was made in 1981, and they didn't have wireless keyboards back then. And the other one I have on my main battle station over there, the only reason it is wired is because it needs 3 USB ports, because it is a Corsair keyboard, and it requires a lot of power. But back to this, the Logitech G602. Quick overview, you've got your spinning wheel here. If you click it, it does not freely spin. Up top here, you have a switch. So if you switch it, you can see the light that'll focus. That light turns either green or blue. This is a energy saver mode, but has a lower DPI, and the blue is the gaming mode, which is higher DPI settings. Now, out of the box, these 2 buttons up here will change DPI on the fly. So if you like higher DPI for gaming, but outside of gaming, just in a work environment, you don't want a higher DPI, these will change it on the fly. Now, on the side here, there are 6 buttons. 2, 2, and 2. This little piece at the end is not a button, and this piece in the front is not a button. I don't use these buttons for gaming. I have a Logitech G13 gamepad or something else, and I normally don't use these outside buttons. The only buttons I use are the middle 2, and I use them for things like reload and other things like that, and backward and forward in web browsing. And you can set that to whatever you like in the settings. Other than that, that is just about it for the buttons on the mouse here. On the bottom, pretty cool little switch. This has some dark field technology, which most computer mice have nowadays. And I'm not going to get into dark field technology right now, but it'll work on any surface, and it's great. The 2 batteries in here, just 2 AA's that it runs on, are incredible. This mouse has the best battery life out of any gaming mouse ever conceived. The Logitech G700, for example, it has a battery life of about 60 hours of use. Some of the Razer mice have a similar battery life, between 40 and 60 hours of use. This has a battery life of 250 hours of gaming use, and it almost exceeds that in certain expectations. I change the batteries on these probably once every, probably 2 or 3 times a year. And it lets you know the software that goes along with this, the gaming software, is incredible. And we will go over that in another video. But just the comfort of this. I love the little pad here that holds your thumb very well. This is a very heavily textured surface around the bottom. Kind of feels like almost like sandpaper, but it is made out of a very coarse rubber, which just is incredible. It's incredibly comfortable. Up here, this is kind of a sort of a ribbed plastic, which feels good on the palm, depending on what kind of grip you have on the mouse. I'm not a huge fan of the different extended, one side's longer than the other, but I understand where that's coming from because, one finger's longer than the other. But to me, it's, kind of adds to the aesthetic of the mouse. And these are no special material, just a very basic plastic. And this is really what gets the dirtiest. But no cleaning or anything like that. There is a little bit of gunk buildup in between buttons and other things like that. And if you look really closely in between where the plastic is here. But I use this mouse every single day for many hours on end. And any battle station that I'm sitting at that I'm very serious about, whether that's work or home or whatever, I always buy one of these for that. It's incredible, regardless of what you're doing. Even if you want to use it just in a work environment, it is not only comfortable, but it fits any hand. It's got all these incredible buttons, even if you're an Excel wizard. I mean, the software that comes with this mouse can let you, program these buttons around here to do just about anything. Battery life is awesome. I have not had any response issues. It does not work on the Logitech unifying software. So they have those little teeny tiny dongles that are like the size of a nickel that you plug in to one USB port, and you can connect up to 6 Logitech devices on that one receiver. This does not work on that. It has its own special frequency that works on, I think it's either 6 or 900 megahertz. But I have done a ton of gaming, everything from MMOs to Counter-Strike and Call of Duty and Skyrim and RPG games and Rocket League and anything. This mouse is incredible for. I can't say enough good things about it. The only complaint I do have is the USB receiver that goes with this. It comes with a little extension piece. You will notice that this only has a pretty short range. It's not a 2.4 gigahertz wireless mouse, so depending on how far away your computer is, I say if it's more than 10 feet away, you might experience some input lag or some fuss with this mouse. It does come with a larger sort of USB extender that will, put it further away from the computer, allowing it to, grab better reception of what your mouse is doing. But I'd say if your USB dongle is within 6 feet or something like that, you're not going to have a problem with this at all. This mouse retailed for $80 about a year ago, year and a half ago. I don't know how long ago. When it came out, you can get this mouse for close to $60 nowadays, and a couple times throughout the year, Amazon and Logitech will have sales where the price of this will drop close to $50. But this is my favorite mouse on the face of the earth. I've tried a ton of different mice. I love Logitech and their products. The only reason I have this Steel Series mouse is because I broke the other one of these the other day in a fit of rage. So that's the only reason why I got one of these on my editing station. But this is an incredible mouse. I will use it until it dies for some reason, or until Logitech thinks of something better. I do think it is better than the G700 or any of the wired mice that Logitech. I think it's better than any mouse on there, just because of the wonderful combination of comfort, the customization that you can do with this mouse with different buttons and switching modes, and the price tag, and the fact that it's wireless and battery life. Everything just comes together to make this perfect mouse. So if you have any questions, let me know. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Argue with me in the comments section if you like. I'm going to start kind of going back and revisiting some products that I've had now for over 6 months or something like that, and doing the follow-up. Next, I've got some other Logitech products coming up, some headsets and other things that I still use on my daily battle station. So stay tuned for that, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.